Alright guys, it's Sobieski. Haven't made a video in a while. Decided that I would go ahead and put one up. And we're going to talk about something very controversial. I'm going to make it short and rather simple. I'm not going to get complicated. There is a big debate, even in the pro-life community or anti-abortion community, whatever you want to call it. Personally, I consider it the movement of people against mass child sacrifice. But the question is, when we're going and putting laws in place and crushing abortion, well, shouldn't we make an exception for cases of rape and incest? And it is a powerful emotional argument. Despite this, when it comes to cases of rape and incest leading to a pregnancy and then leading to an abortion, that is an extreme minority of abortions. Most abortions, the reasoning behind them is quite simple. The girl thinks she is too young, she is not financially prepared, she doesn't want to be a mother yet. So she gets a doctor to terminate the kid before it can get a chance at life, completely ignoring the opportunity to go through with the pregnancy and give up the child to adoption, so that while you are not obligated financially, you are not required to become a mother, the child can still have a chance to live, even if it is likely that they will suffer being an orphan and all. But it's better to live and suffer than to not live at all. Back to the specific case of rape and incest. We should not tolerate either rape or incest in our society. But when a child is conceived by rape, the answer is not to kill the child. The life that is conceived in such a horrible tragedy should be protected and guarded. Just like the victim of rape, the conceived child is totally innocent. Thus, when we are looking for vengeance, when we are looking for somebody to kill in this situation, it's pretty obvious who needs to go, and it's not the unborn child. The answer to such a horrific, such a tragic situation like that, and really this should be applied in any case of rape, a pregnancy occurring due to it or not, the solution is not abortion, but the execution of the rapist. The rapist should die. He is the criminal. He is the guilty party. The raped is innocent, and the child potentially conceived from that rape is also innocent. Now, is it humiliating and traumatic for a woman to have to give birth to a child conceived in rape? Yes, yes it is, but we cannot kill children to avoid humiliation, to avoid mental anguish. That type of psychological duress would not be a good argument in court for murdering anybody else. And in the case of incest, even though the child is going to be genetically disadvantaged because incest tends to mess things up, that child should not be denied the opportunity of a life, the opportunity to live outside the womb, to be born, just because their parents are related to each other, just because there is something clearly sickening going on involving the child's conception. So, if you want to know what I'm saying in summary, it's very simple. Very, very simple. When a child is conceived, they have no control of the circumstances, which means that they are not responsible for anything. They are totally innocent. And there is no reason at all, to prevent that child from being born. We do not make that decision. That is not a choice we get to make.